Hey everyone, this is Paul, and you are listening to episode 16 of the Generation Latino podcast. I hope you're having a great day. I also hope that you enjoyed last week's episode with Alex, also known as AJ. It was such a fun time chatting with him, hearing his stories about music and comedy and growing up gay. And if you know anyone who is having a hard time with sexuality, identity, confidence, please feel free to share that episode with them. The purpose for this podcast is to truly create a space for individuals like ourselves who may need a little push, who may need to see stories and people like themselves. So please feel free to share it. So I have a question. What does music mean to you? And I know I did an episode before on love songs and heartbreak songs and revenge songs, but when I say what music inspires you, what artist inspires you, what comes to mind? So when I wanted to do an episode of songs that have helped me through my darkest times, I came up with 10 songs, and I said to myself, you know what? I want to do an episode on the power of music and how music can really help someone. And when you have nothing at all, nothing, no money, no anything, music can really save your life. It saved mine. It has always been there for me when I had nothing, when I was hopeless, when I didn't know where I was going to be in the next couple days, how I was going to eat, how I was going to pay a bill, how was I going to get through school. I mean, truly, music has saved my life. And I am sure for some of you out there listening, it has also helped save yours. And there's a power behind lyrics. There's a power behind music that helps you keep going. I've ran marathons and I've done a lot of physical things as well. And it's music that has helped push me. It is music that has helped me keep going, to not give up, to continue to fight. And I think sometimes we lose a little hope, we lose a little faith, but with the right song, with the right message, you can overcome it. So I'm going to do a countdown to the top most powerful songs, inspiring songs for me that has helped me get through some of the worst moments in my life. And there's no particular order. I just wrote them down, and I also wrote down my favorite lyrics to each of these songs. And you may know some of these songs. You may have heard them before, but let's do this together. Let's do a countdown. So here you have it. Episode 16, The Power of Music. Okay, music to me is a universal language. There are some things that you do not know how to articulate sometimes, or how to tell somebody something, but you send them the song and that message is clear. That's what music has done for me. But in this week's episode, we're going to talk about music that helps lift you up, music that helps you when you are at the bottom of a barrel, when you don't know what to do, when you have nothing left in you. And I say that from experience. I say that as someone who has been able to come from adversity, who has not known how he was going to pay a phone bill or an electricity bill, a rent. But one thing I can say is I always found a way. And I never gave up, but it was these songs that kind of helped me. It was these songs that empowered me to keep going. And sometimes you just need a good song to help you. So the first song I'm going to talk about is by Pink, who's a phenomenal artist who I've always loved. I've loved her. Her second album was the one that I really fell in love with, which was called Misunderstood. But this song is called Just Like Fire. And my favorite lyric is, just like magic, I'll be flying free. I'ma disappear when they come for me. I kick that ceiling. What you gonna say? No one can be just like me. That last lyric, no one can be just like me, is 100% true. I think oftentimes we try to compare ourselves to everyone around us, to the people on social media, to the artists on TV, to the movie stars on the movie screen. But the reality is that you are you. No one can be you but you. And that lyric reminds me, when I start comparing myself to the person next to me, to my classmate, to my colleague, like, no, Paul, no one can be just like me. So continue being you. Find out who you are and be that version of you. So that's what I love about that song. And that song just kind of helps remind me, and it keeps me in check to continue to be me. So the next song that I love is a song by Lil Nas X. And I like Lil Nas X. I think he's a very progressive artist, and I think he has a lot of good, catchy songs. But this song that is called Star Walkin' is a really good song. And my favorite lyric is, don't ever say it's over if I'm still breathing, racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm going to say that again. Don't ever say it's over if I'm still breathing, racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I have always said this. You have to your very last breath on this earth to do whatever you want to do. I do believe life is a gift, and I do believe that it's precious. And we live in a here today, gone tomorrow world. But I challenge you to push your limits physically, mentally, emotionally. Test yourself, because you only have to your last breath. And when this lyric of don't ever say it's over if I'm still breathing means that you can do whatever you want to do. Get that job, get that promotion, go to school, get that degree. You have that opportunity. And if you're still breathing, you have that option. So that lyric just holds so much to me, because I always tell people, look, if you're still breathing, you have a chance. If you're still breathing, you can turn it around. If you're still breathing, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. Remember that. So the next song is probably the most popular song on this list, but it is called Titanium by David Guetta and Sia. Now, this song is intense. It's an upbeat, it's almost like a dance anthem, EDM. But the lyric, I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, fire away, ricochet, you take your aim, fire away, you shoot me down, but I won't fall, I am titanium. That is some fucking lyrics, if you ask me. And again, I always talk about life being rough, being a minority, being queer, Latino. People can talk a lot about you, make slurs about you for being a woman, or whatever the case may be, for being a different race. What this lyric to me says is, you can say whatever you want about me, it's not going to affect me. That's what that lyric says. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, fire away. So those lyrics of fire away means say whatever the fuck you want to say about me. You can call me whatever name you want to call me, any slur you want to say. It's not going to bother me. So that song really holds dear to me, because I've been called many things in my life, but I know it's not true, and I know it means nothing. So go on, you can try to shoot me down, I won't fall, because what? I'm fucking titanium. So that is a really good song. Okay, I'm a theater kid. We know this, right? I've said it before. But I could not put a musical theater song on this list. And I'm sure y'all all know what it is, but it is Defying Gravity from Wicked. And it's sung by Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, and most recently by Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. I love this song. I have been listening to this song for years. I've known about the musical for years. I've seen it twice on stage. I saw it multiple times in the movie. Love, love, love. But if you have ever been down and out, if you have ever been told that you are not worthy of, that you're not good enough, this song really sits with you. And my favorite lyric is, and if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. Now, I love that. I love that lyric because she's not sticking to what everyone else is doing. She's not sticking to what society is telling her to do. And as a Latino, as a queer kid, as someone who's had to educate themselves, get themselves to school, it's fucking hard. It's hard. But I always told myself, you know what? I may be doing this alone, but I'm doing it at my own pace and I'm doing it on my time. I'm calling the shots. I am going to do this. And those lyrics just mean so much to me because oftentimes people are afraid to do things that are outside the norm because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to fly solo. But for me, I'd rather be free and do life on my terms than on someone else's terms and be solo. So I love that song, love that movie. I'm sure all of you listening have seen the movie, at least the movie. All right, so this next song is a song that has really helped me as far as digging myself out of a hole where I thought that I had no idea how I was going to get out of. Growing up Latino, seeing my parents struggle, how are the bills going to get paid? How am I going to pay for my next meal? How am I going to pay for gas? Those are real life issues that people go through. And it's fucking hard. When you are in a place in your life when you don't know what bill you're going to pay, or you have a set amount of money, and once that's done, you don't know what to do, or you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's hard. Or you have to figure out, do I pay the phone bill or do I pay the electricity bill? Do I pay this or that? If you have not been in that situation, it's really hard to understand someone else who has gone through that, or asking for an extension on a car note, or asking for $20 just to help you get through the week. That's fucking hard. And I'm speaking to those people who have experienced that, because I have. And it's not fun. It's not. It is not fun. It's not. But this song by Mariah Carey called Make It Happen really gave me faith to keep going, to keep pursuing my dreams, to keep going after whatever it is or was that I needed. And the song is such a great song. And my favorite lyric is, I once was lost, but now I'm found. I got my feet on solid ground. Thank you, Lord. If you believe within your soul, just hold on tight and don't let go. You can make it. Make it happen. Again, if you've been in situations where you don't know how you're going to eat your next meal, you don't know if they're going to tow your car because you didn't pay the car note, or if you don't know where you're going to get your cell phone money from, it's hard. It's hard to stay motivated. And I love, again, I've said it before, these people who are like, oh, just keep hanging on and keep going. And It's easy to say that when you're sitting on some cash, when you're sitting in this ivory tower, kicking your feet back. But when you have -$5 in your bank account, no gas, then come talk to me. Then tell me how you're going to get through that. So for me, this song, Make It Happen, really helped me in times in my life when I thought, Paul, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? But I will say, you have to hang on tight. You have to believe that you will find a way out, that you will continue to apply for jobs, continue to study hard for that exam, continue to keep going forward. It's not easy to keep wanting to study for homework when you don't got gas money. It's not easy to continue school when you don't have a job. It's not easy to work on your paper that you have due and you don't know how you're going to eat supper or pay for your cell phone bill. I get it. But all I ask is that you continue to find a way, that you don't give up. Because I'm telling you, you can make it happen. Just do not let go. So that song really helped me in some times where I did not see a future. I didn't see how I was going to get out of something. But I kept going, I kept going, I kept going. And again, I made it happen. My next song is by Sia again. I love Sia. She has such great music. And it is called Unstoppable. I've loved Sia for years already, even before she became popular. But my favorite lyric is, I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I love that word, unstoppable. Because this is my thing. Once you get back up from that rut you're in, once you get that job you want, once you finish school, once you have that degree, once you walk that stage, you need to become unstoppable. You need to let the world know that it's your bitch, that you are unstoppable. And that song, those lyrics, again, I would never take anything back from my life. Every struggle that I've had or that I will continue to have, I will never change. But you have to remember, you need to be unstoppable. When you get out of it, be unstoppable. Even when you're in it, the fight to keep going, be unstoppable. And that song just helps me keep going. But I love it. I love Sia. But anyways, have you heard any of these songs so far? I know we're only 5 songs in, but I'm curious if you've heard any of them, or maybe you've heard all of them or none of them. Who knows? But the next song is by Florence and the Machine, and it is called Shake It Out. These lyrics, I'm going to say them, and they are pretty intense. So here we are. Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I can see no way. I can see no way. It's always darkness before the dawn. I think a lot of us live in regrets, and I think a lot of us allow our regrets to sink in and take over our lives. And it sucks. Reliving your darkest moments is awful. It is awful. But what this song is saying is that it's always darkness before the dawn. Don't live in that darkness. That darkness is your darkest moments. Regrets collecting like old friends. Oh my God, how many times do I wish I didn't do something, or that I wish I did something a certain way? And I know so many people who allow their past to affect their future. And it's sad. I've been guilty of it. But I have to tell myself, it is your past. You can't rewrite your past. And I tell you, I understand reliving some dark moments. But again, there will be light. As the song says, it's always darkness before the dawn. So that's a great song. I love it. It's upbeat. And again, if you're out there, don't let regrets take over. We make mistakes. We are human. We date people that we shouldn't. We befriend people who betray us. It's part of life. But just don't let it take over you. Don't let it sit there and ruin your future and the remaining part of your life. So we're down to our last 3 songs. And I did save them for the last 3 because I can honestly say that these last 3 songs do mean a little more to me because they have been there for me during my absolute darkest times. There were times when I didn't know, I didn't have answers, I didn't know what the future looked like, but these songs did help me in many ways when I had a hard time believing in myself. I had a hard time finding light because, again, life is rough. The next song is by Katy Perry, and it is called Rise. This song is such a powerful song. So I'm going to read the lyrics, and then we're going to talk a little bit about it. Victory is in my veins. I know it. I know it. And I will not negotiate. I'll fight it. I'll fight it. I will transform. When the fire's at my feet again and the vultures are all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. There is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final knell is in, think again. Don't be surprised. I will still rise. Those lyrics truly do mean a lot to me. And when she says victory is in my veins, to me, that means there is no other option but winning. Whatever that is that you want to do, whatever it is that you want to do in your life, that is your victory. If it means leaving a relationship, getting out of something that's toxic, going to school, getting a job, starting the gym, whatever it is, victory is in your veins. And this song holds so much to me. I've talked about it before, my journey with my master's degree. There was no other option for me but to walk that stage. Through all of the shit that happened, nothing was going to stop me from walking that stage. I was not willing to negotiate with anything. I felt like there was a fire at my feet and I just kept moving forward. And were there vultures? Absolutely. Anxiety, depression, doubt, all of that was going on. All of that was happening as I was trying to complete things. But I had to tell myself, nope, I don't give a fuck who won the presidency. I'm not going to fucking give up. I'm not going to throw away my dreams because of who's in the presidency. I'm going to keep going and I will still rise. And I ask you to do the same thing. Don't let any boss, any supervisor, any fucking bully, any predator keep you down. I am telling you, I have seen it too many times. Too many people get abused and taken advantage of and being treated like shit. Do not let them. Do not let them. If you still have breath, you can get out of it. Find help. Get a resource and rise. Don't let any motherfucker hold you back. Don't let any predator manipulate you, gaslight you. You can find a way out. I'm telling you because I know. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it is possible. But that song, it means so much to me because I've been down and out. I've been helpless, hopeless, on my knees praying for a miracle, praying for help. But the final nail was not in. And I tell you, remember that. Remember that you can get out of a rut that you're in. But that's Katy Perry's Rise. I love that song. And if you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend it. All right, so the last two songs, the second to the last is a song by Eminem and Nate Dogg. It is called Till I Collapse. And I remember listening to this song when I ran one of my marathons. I thought I was going to die, but I think I replayed this like for a straight almost hour on repeat because my body was giving out. I mentally was just not there. And this song has just come in handy so many times. So my favorite lyric is actually the intro. I love the entire song, but the intro for me is everything. So here you have it. Because sometimes you just feel tired. You feel weak. And when you feel weak, you feel like you want to just give up. But you got to search within you. You got to find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get that motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. No matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face and collapse. I'm going to say that again because sometimes some of these self-help books, they use these nice fancy words telling you not to give up, or they try to like fluff things up. The way Eminem says this is as real as it gets. And this is the type of shit that I need to keep going. So I'm going to say it again. Because sometimes you just feel tired, you feel weak, and when you feel weak, you feel like you just want to give up. But you got to search within you, and you got to find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get the motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. No matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face and collapse. I like how he puts it. It's very simple. There's no complex words in there. There's no words that you got to pull the dictionary out and figure out. But when he says you got to search within you, you got to find that inner strength, that is the key. You have to find your inner strength to get out. You have to be willing to dig deep inside you and find the strength that you are capable of. It's there, guys. It's there. You just have to find it. And again, I've been saying it all episode. It's not easy to find inner strength when you don't know, when you don't have a job, you're unemployed, you don't have money, you're not happy with the way you look, no clothes fits you. I get it. But don't give up. Do not give up. Trust me. I'm not speaking from this far removed space where I'm telling you to look for inner strength. I'm saying it as someone who has lived it. But I love that song. And again, every time I think about it, I think more of like the marathon. I think of, physically being pushed. But I love it. And I highly recommend it. I'm sure most of you have listened to it, but it's such a good song. Okay, so my last song, I saved it for last. I did it purposely because this song, if you can only listen to one song on this list, this would be the song. Okay, so the whole purpose of this episode was to talk about songs when you're at rock bottom. When you're at rock bottom and have nothing left but song, music. And this song sums it all up. Because my whole message is, if you're still breathing, you still have the opportunity of life. You still have the opportunity to turn your life around and to create whatever life you want. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. There's been times when I've been rejected many times for a job. I've been rejected and it hurts, but I was still breathing, which meant that I had an opportunity to apply for another job, to go for another interview. And again, if you're still breathing, you have the opportunity to have the life that you want. So my last song on this list is by Sia, and it is called Alive. It's not the most popular song by her, but it is a beautiful song with a beautiful message. My favorite lyric is, I had made every single mistake that you could ever possibly make. I took and I took and I took what you gave, but you never noticed that I was in pain. I knew what I wanted. I went out and got it, did all the things that you said that I wouldn't. I told you that I would never be forgotten, and all in spite of you. And I'm still breathing. I'm alive. That lyric, those words, everything. Everything. If anyone has ever told you that you're not worthy of doing something, that you're not worthy of a better life, listen to those lyrics. I love them. And no matter what someone puts you through or what you have put up with someone, you can get out. And like I said, if you're still breathing, you're still alive. And if you're still alive, you have the opportunity to create whatever life you want. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of life. But this song, I have listened to it so many times. And I recommend you listen to it. And even the lyric, I had made every single mistake that you could ever possibly make. You know, people think because they make mistakes that they should suffer. People think because they made mistakes, whether they're being a parent or a son or a daughter or a friend, that they deserve bad things. Guys, mistakes are made to learn from, not to suffer from. Remember that. Don't live in your mistakes. Learn from them. And that's what this song is saying. Make mistakes, but learn from them. I hope you enjoyed these songs. If you did, please listen, please share, and remember, the power of music can help you get through whatever you may be going through. It has helped me, and it will continue to help me until my last breath. But guys, thank you so very much, and I will see you on the next episode.